So
this meeting is being live streamed. Yes, we got it.
Excellent. All right. Now we are live. All right. For those of you on TikTok wondering what's going on, assuming you're wondering, we are live on both TikTok and Zoom. I got to get TikTok up here so I can watch in case anybody shows up and wants to participate, because this is tricky, you guys. I got 3 cameras going at the same time. Yeah, the one I want to be looking at. There you go. Got you guys on here. Got it. And we're good to go. And YouTube. Wait, wrong link. YouTube.com. Tina Brooks. And the live should be live, right? Isn't that how that works, right, you guys? Live. Look at that. There it is. So, and YouTube. Oh, now we got to mute this puppy because there's a
echo.
There we go. We are live everywhere. Hello, Mary. We got Josh, Ryan. I feel like what's her name from what do you call it? Romper Room, from when I was a little kid. When
Romper Room, that really is a long time ago.
I see Josh and Ryan. I need one of those little thingies to do this. All right, so we're down to 3 in the TikTok, which is interesting. So what we're going to do here, for those who don't know what's going on, if you're in the Zoom room, tarotphenoms.com is your friend. Join the mailing list. It's a double opt-in, so we know who is joining the party. And we send out a reminder every week telling you, hey, we're live. You can also join Tarot Phenoms on Facebook. You'll also receive the link there. Hey, we're live. Apparently there is still an invitation somehow going out with the wrong link, but I have a whole whack of people here on the link here and on the same link here and on the same link here. So hopefully we have got this mastered by next week's Lunch and Learn. Right, guys?
Yeah. Hey, it's September. It's time to get started with the new season.
I'm a bit of a hack. It's cold outside, my friend.
Not as cold as it was this morning. It's warming up. But you're dressed for summer.
Greg was hoping that we would come back from Brome and then somehow end up swimming. If it's not up over 20, I ain't doing much swimming. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's supposed to go up to 24 today because right now it says 22. So
yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well,
it goes after.
If it's not toasty warm out there at 2 o'clock, I am not going swimming. Oh, and I got a new swimsuit too, so I'm looking forward to using that. But we'll see how that goes. All right. So, all right.
We got.
I don't know that anybody's going to show up else that's not already here, so we can get started. If somebody in the TikTok wants to volunteer for reading, we can play reading. What do you think, guys?
Well, just for fun for you, Tina, the card I had was the Sun.
The Sun for me?
Yep, right now.
Happy, joy. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer is that card for me, Mary?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, let me see. You know what? All right, we're gonna start off with Jennifer here, you guys. If somebody wants to kick off the reading, I'm gonna bounce into the other room and get the painting that I picked up on the weekend that I'm gonna start using as the logo for my stuff. Yes. Okay. I'll be right back. You guys see this, guys? This is so cool.
Welcome back, Josh. Haven't seen you in a little while.
Every time I think to come into the room, it's already too late.
Well, that's no good. When do you think? After 2:30?
Yeah. I don't actually come into the room, but I realize like today's the day and I'm like, oh, they're gone by now.
Okay.
You
No,
didn't
no.
see that?
That's an interesting painting.
Ooh.
Is it me or what?
It's very divine feminine.
Yeah. Like the
And it-
peppers on her shoulder.
Well, I'd have to look at it closer. She's got a mask above her head.
Yeah. They kind of, yeah, this is the crazy part. Hang on.
me see what-
Wait. I have to put this away again. This was a gift from the artist.
There we go.
Oh, we lost Ryan right now. Oh,
Yeah,
I like.
put him back in. Check us out.
Okay. Welcome back.
Is this
Ryan.
There's
crazy?
Ryan.
Actually, I like the mask a lot better than I like the how do you call it, the painting. But that's
The
me.
painting. Oh, well, get used to the painting goes with my demon goddess.
No, I understand. Oh, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But the mask is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, that's Greg often wears that one. Or he'll wear I have another white one. Anyway, we like wearing masks for ritual because that's fun.
Mhm.
All right, so let's start. We got Jennifer sitting here hanging out. As long as I see Jennifer still sitting there waiting for a reading. Anybody got
Well-
cards burning a hole? Jennifer, if you want to give me 2 pieces of information for our tarot phenoms, we'd love to know. 1, do you practice the law of attraction? And 2, do you have any context for our readers to work with? Anybody sitting in the tarot phenom in the TikTok is welcome to pull out your own brand or style of trying to read people and practice along with us. I know
While we're
that,
waiting on that, I did pull a card for you as well, Tina.
you
You got the Queen of Pentacles.
That's
See?
what she needs.
Yes.
That's what I'm working for, baby. That's what I'm working for. Okay, so yeah, all right. Okay, so Jennifer is not would like you all to do a cold reading because she doesn't
Oof.
wish to give any context, and she does not practice law of attraction. So shall I kick it off and give you guys context to
Sure.
either agree or disagree with? Shall we? Hey.
That's right.
All right. Well, today I'm working with my Revelations deck, which may be or maybe not missing a card because I made the what's the word, amateur mistake of not counting them before I began my readings today. So if there's a card missing, the universe will forgive me. Here we go, Jennifer. Ooh, speaking of the universe, I got the World card reversed. I got the 4 of Wands reversed, and then I got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. These. When I read these cards and they are all reversed, it tells me that you are so far in your head, you can't think about the great beauty of what's going on around you. You need to seriously get out of your head, Jennifer, and begin with the idea that you are in the process of stepping out into a beautiful pathway that opens up everything to you. Everything that you have desired and wanted to fall into place is falling into place for you. All that is left is a huge mess of paperwork. And as you complete and put together the paperwork, the great sadness and loss of grounding that is this Knight of Pentacles falls into place. I'm hoping you're not going to tell me that you have to deal with the burial of your son, but this is this kind of energy, you guys. What am I looking at here? Let me see if I can find out what is going on with Jennifer here. Jennifer, you need to take your focus off of yourself and the loss and the pain and the difficulty and the paperwork and put it on and see this Knight of Pentacles, whether this is you or somebody else, see this Knight of Pentacles in their solidity and their perfection, because grace is a state of being. This is how you want to see whoever this is. If this is somebody in your now or somebody in your past, see them in their perfection. And that will help ground them in spite of your inability to do anything about who they are, where they are, or when they are. I really hope this isn't a burial, but yeah. That's the best I got for you. What are you guys looking at down there? I have gotten no feedback from Jennifer as I read these cards yet. So we'll see how we do.
You're not gonna get
You
anything.
guys throw something out here for Jennifer while I grab my notebook so that I can keep a list. All right.
Josh,
Mary,
would
you
you
wanna
like
go
to go?
next?
I was gonna
Yeah, I
say
can go.
Josh had cards.
I can go because
Josh.
And then
mine's
we'll do
interesting.
What'd you get?
I got the Four of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Page of Swords sideways.
Sideways.
Sideways. It came out of the deck
Sideways.
sideways.
That's fun. That's fun.
Which I don't really know how to interpret sideways because there isn't really like any kind of cut and dry interpretation for a sideways card.
What
They're
if
sitting on
I
the
said
fence.
you were stuck in the middle?
They're
Like-
sitting on the fence.
Like
That's
literally in between.
Yeah. I would also look at which direction the card is. Is it towards the left or towards the right?
Yeah, which
Towards
way
the
is the guy
right.
looking?
Towards
go.
the
Towards the
right.
right.
So what's on the right? Is there another card there, or is it the end of the line in your
Well,
reading?
there was another card there, but I put it away because I didn't think I needed it. But now that I guess I need it, it was the Ten of Pentacles upright.
Oh, there you go.
So that's where it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
and that's
I'm
for
guessing
Jennifer.
with the Four of Pentacles, I'm seeing like that. You said she was in her head, or I don't want to assume their pronouns. They were in their head. And the Four of Pentacles, I see it as like a lack mindset, like scarcity, like
Lost. Yeah.
loss, not using your resources. And the Magician, you mentioned the Law of Attraction, which is interesting why I got the Magician card, because that's kind of what the card means.
Really,
Yeah.
totally. It's you have all the tools. All you got to do is use them, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to practice the Law of Attraction. Maybe you were intuiting
Everybody.
something there.
No, but everybody needs to practice the law of attraction. It's a reality
Actually-
of our existence, whatever you call it. Go,
Tina,
Mary.
I was going to say the law of attraction works whether you agree with it or not. If
Yes, it
you
does.
are focusing on something, whether it's a lack or not, you're going to get more of whatever you're focusing on. So if
Whatever
you're
you-
focusing on lack, this is what you're going to get. It's nothing to do with
Right.
believing in the law of attraction, practicing the law of attraction. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's like the expression when you keep doing the same thing over and over and you see the same results, your only suggestion is to do something different. Otherwise, you're going to continue to see the same results. What you
That's right.
focus on is what is going to come
Mhm.
back. So if you get in your head and all you can focus on is what's going wrong, then you can't see what's going right. You won't see the reality of what is solid and grounded and going and perfect, because all you can see is what's falling apart in order to make space for that other part. That kind of how you mean, Mary? Hi, Holly.
Yeah, because basically my middle card is the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. And if you
Oh,
look at
lovely.
this card, it's snowing, it's everything else, and they're moving through crappy weather.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that
but they're almost there.
wherever they are, they have how do you call it, a camel, and everything is there. The caravan is moving, but it's crappy weather.
Yeah. They just got to
So you're
move
not
through the
happy.
crappy weather. Yeah.
Mm.
I
Weather
like
the
to-
storm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Gosh, that's I like to see the Eight of Cups as take your focus and put it on the two cups. A lot of them show 8 cups upside, 6 cups down and 2 cups up. And I like to think put the focus on the 2 upward cups, in spite of there being so many upside down cups, that it's all about how you are perceiving what the situation is, right?
It's like
Ryan.
glass half full versus half empty mentality.
Ryan
Yeah.
looks so
Yeah.
pensive today.
Well,
Ryan.
Ryan wants to put in his 2 cents worth with a different set of cards. All right, what did you get, Ryan?
Absolutely.
I've got 2 interpretations for these for these cards.
All right.
Number one, my deck's mad at you for not giving us any information.
Christina.
That's number one. Putting up a wall means you're going to miss out on the actual the best potential for what these readings can offer you. By not giving us any information, you're going to get a more general reading. The mountain in the middle, the tower on the right, and the bouquet in the middle says you're missing out on that beauty because you're putting up a wall and you're staying above the pack as far as being able to work with us. So there's my first interpretation. My second interpretation,
That's cool.
Between the anchor, the mountain, the tower being 1, 3, 5 in the set, with the birds and the bouquet being in the middle, you've got whatever it is that you've got going on. And something tells me this has to do with relationships that you have in your life between you and other people. You have way too high of standards for how other people act with you, or for how other people should act around you. And I think that's causing you to feel a lot more isolated. And what you can do about it is to recognize that you do this and work to slow the chatter and recognize that despite the thorns and all of that in the bouquet of roses that people do, shift your focus from those thorns to what it is that they can offer you as far as beauty, understanding, and compassion from you. So you need to lower your standards a little bit on your relationships. Otherwise, you're going to keep being disappointed.
Wow.
Good
Very
job.
cool.
Yep. And I was just going to say the rest of my cards. By the way, for those of you that can see my cards, it's the Orient Tarot, and it's basically based on the end. So the Eight of Chalices comes from the Knight of Wands, who's ready to do something.
Fire.
Yeah, but his road is kind of like, nah, doesn't want to see the snow, but he can melt it. He's fire.
Right.
And it ends up in the Seven of Swords.
Oof.
So there's a strategy involved that is not being used or is wrong.
Oh, so you said strategy. I thought focus. I keep thinking
Same thing.
Yeah.
In this case, it would be the same thing.
Fantastic. Jennifer says that resonates, but she said it immediately after Ryan spoke.
Yeah.
So I think she might be referring to the self-inflection, right? Jennifer, stick with us, man. We're going to get you practicing law of attraction, whether you like it or not. All you got to do is get into alignment, right? Fours are all about
did she say that what I said resonated? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Ryan.
Yeah,
cool.
Right after you said that the focus was on her and her, right? Like the law of attraction, one of the things that a lot of people don't realize when they start practicing it is that the first thing you need to do is take your focus off of the world and the outside world around you and put it in on yourself in order to be able to see yourself in your perfection. And if you can't do that, then you're not in alignment, right? Because in order to see yourself in your perfection, you have to become so completely yourself that you can see your meat suit, your ego self, in order to take it off, right?
The easiest way to start, even if you don't believe it, is to do something like Tai Chi or Qigong, because the point is you're learning to focus the energy, and the point of Tai Chi is moving your energy out. So you're learning to work through yourself before you do any of the other stuff. And because it's a form of meditation, whether you believe that or not, you end up being in with the flow of the movement. This is the first step. Any other thing that works for you is good too. Yoga works for some people. It doesn't work for me. How do you call it? If you sing in a choir, for instance, or you do music, you end up playing and you are in a zone. If you run, you are in a zone. This is the beginning of what you need to feel
Yeah. Getting
when
into the
you are
zone.
doing. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I agree. Jess, did you want to pop anything in here before we move on from Jennifer?
Yeah, I had the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Swords.
Again, the night of the fire of fire. Look at that. Light a fire under yourself, Jennifer. Holy cow.
Not only that, but I believe that she's either got two tasks that need to be done or two beginnings that are in front of her, and she doesn't know which one to go for. So she's going from one side of the scales to the other.
Oh,
Which one to go for?
I wonder if does that connect, Josh? Do you see that connecting to the sideways card that you
Yeah.
saw?
Yep.
Does she
Yep.
have to make a decision, or can she choose both? You guys, look at the cards. Feel your answer.
She's definitely going for one. Woo, because the scales have tipped one more than the other.
Yeah.
Okay,
got
so
the devil.
now focus on the one that feels tipped to you. Tell me which one she needs to focus on. Can you feel that?
Yeah, more of the Page of Wands than the Ace of Pentacles.
Right? So kind of take your focus off the ego meat suit self, put your focus on the spiritual creation of who you are and what you want to be, kind of idea. What Mary pull here?
I pulled the Judgment card, but it's a very interesting picture on this one. It's got
Wow.
like it's split in half. The top half is
That's cool.
basically angels, if you want, one playing the harp and the other one, how do you call it, having a trumpet. Below the clouds, there's an older gentleman lying down, and there is a string, or if you want, a scarf attached to a baby in front of him.
Wow. You call
And
it a
there
scarf.
is-
It looks like a leash to me.
And there is a Bambi.
And a
So the
Ooh.
decision has to be something new.
Yeah. Okay. So Jennifer has typed into the chat that she is trying to decide about quitting her 38-year job. You guys. So I'm like,
I would
relax
say
into
go
it.
for the new.
Yeah,
That's
me
what
too.
the
I'm saying
Judgment card
relax
says.
into it, go all in. Anybody want to say?
Especially
don't
after
do it?
38 years. Come on, life is different.
It's
You're at the
time-
stage where you look at things in a different way. Time to birth new things, open a new chapter, have fun,
Yep.
play.
Yep. Time to get retired.
one more.
I got the Empress.
Josh.
I got the devil.
That
In the details.
Devil's
In
in
the
the
details.
details. Time for a change. Holly types into the chat. Oh, good heavens, you guys. Our friend Treva, who we keep reading for, who's been practicing the law of attraction in order to better her personal situation and has been doing really splendidly well. Her son has helped her into hospital care in the last 24 hours.
Yay.
Just as you know.
Ryan?
By the way, we all think this is beneficial because Treva needs as much help as she can get. People, you guys, if you are out there and you feel like you need help because you are absolutely at your wits' end, I don't need to tell you to pull out the chorus to tell you, go into the hospital, tell these people you're at your wits' end and you can't handle it, and they will get you the help. And hopefully you're in a situation that has insurance so that they don't go, oh, you don't have insurance, get out of here. But whatever. But please, people, if you feel like you need help, ask for help. There are so many people out here that will help you or will help you find people who will help you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But don't be afraid.
Ryan.
I pulled a few cards for whether Jennifer leaving her job.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, the woman card showed up right in the middle of the 7 cards, so that tells me the focus is Jennifer. So, and to the left of her, what she needs to stop doing is it goes heart, dog, coffin, which tells me for your
Close.
own emotional benefit, you need to stop being loyal to a job that's no longer benefiting you. And if you're looking for an abundance of wealth and happiness in life to move forward, after that is fish, key, ship, which tells me that the solution to
Move
the abundance
on.
that you're looking for is to move on.
Yep.
And my hidden card is the bouquet. So you got this.
That's fantastic. And Jessica flipped a coin for you, darling, and she pulled a yeah. Okay, I have somehow gone to, I don't know how to mute. I'm getting feedback on my own microphone here, guys. I'm sorry.
Also got death, so yeah, get rid of that shitty job.
Go, move on.
Because
Jennifer.
I'm guessing the job is killing her. It's causing so much stress, like, because the
Yeah.
coffin I see could also be death, but not physically, more like mental death, like, you know.
Oh, well, the
I think
dog-
she's there already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
like
she's
it's-
there
that's-
already. That's why I.
That's why you had the devil.
Yeah. Devil's in the details, right? Figure out how you're going to do it, how you're going to walk, but don't do it here. Get out of your head, get into alignment, and then allow yourself to fall into it. The universe is going to guide you, guys. This is why I say law of attraction. If you can get out of your head and just relax into yourself, get your body on fire so that the whole universe, the whole world becomes about you, then you win, right? All right, I got a couple of people on a list here, you guys. I got 3 right now waiting. Treva, I'm going to put on the list, even though she hasn't asked, because I'm pretty sure she'd love to hear something really supportive and encouraging here, you guys. I don't know if she's on limited time like she has been. I don't know what her situation is as far as time to be online is. So if anybody doesn't mind, I could bump her up. All right. And Teresa wants to know. Teresa wants to be on the list. So here's the list, you guys. I've got Linda LeBlanc. We're going to start with her. So you guys start shuffling for Linda. Then I have Holly. Then Christina, who has the love, the love affair triangle circle going on here. And
I remember that from.
And Treva. And then Teresa. And I'm hoping that, who was it that was writing the novel that we kept having to shove ideas into her storybook for her? I hope she pops in today because that would be fun.
Oh, I remember.
And we're gonna
that.
add Kayla too. Kaylala wants Kaylala also would like. All right, and Tara. There you go. All right, we're gonna close that list for now, you guys, because this might take a little bit. Yeah, we are doing readings. I've just closed the list. Stick around if we get around. We're here until 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so we get an hour and a half to do readings. But
what are we pulling for?
okay, so we're reading for Linda LeBlanc. Linda, if you want to tell us 2 things into the chat, please. Hang in there, Krista. Stick around for a bit, and maybe we'll get through everybody. Linda, if you could tell me if you do Law of Attraction 1, and if you would like to provide some context for the other readings. Anybody ready to start? Anybody?
Not quite ready yet.
Not quite ready.
I'm
gonna wait until she either says something or somebody else says.
Okay, she's like, she's the general reading. So let me I'm just gonna whip a single statement out here. Oh, well, here, first of all, Linda, I don't know what's going on, but I want you to hang on to this huge amount of hope because that is everything. You need to get the hell out of your head because this 9 of Swords is you sitting there looking at a reality situation that you cannot get out of. And I was talking earlier about law of attraction, about it seeming like negative things are happening in order to make space for good things happening. You need to take your focus off the negativity of what's going on, put it on to the positivity of what's going on. This is very much like the energy of the Moon card, guys, the 9 of Swords in reverse. Linda's really put your focus on what you do know, not what you think you want to put your focus on. All right. And the other is I got the 7. I got the Thug card, right? 7 of cards reversed. And law of attraction screams of, again, what you put and keep your thoughts and your focus on is what you're going to get more of. So if you think that your life is hell and you are surrounded by thugs all day, every day, then your life is hell and you're going to be surrounded by thugs. This tells me that whoever this is, you need to keep your hope alive and just move on away from whoever this is, because they're not doing you any favors. I don't know who this is, though. This is be you, be all you. And this is a feminine energy here, guys. I don't know who ever came up with this being negative as the male energy. This is so female, it's obscene. Anyway, there you go. That's my card. So get away from these people, whoever these people are, Linda. Put your focus on you and light and love and stay there. Anybody got anything for Linda's general reading? Thank you,
Jessica?
Mama Muse.
Jessica?
Jess?
Well, I had a bunch of cards fall out, and then I had the World, the Nine of Cups, and the Hanged Man. And what I got was stop worrying about stuff that you know you can let go, because it's not going to do you any good. If you let go of the stuff that you're wasting your time on, you're going to be much happier physically and mentally.
Get her. So where should she put, I've lost the volume.
Can you hear
Where
us?
should she put her focus? Where should she be putting her focus, Jessica? Can you feel that?
More on herself.
Again, right? Linda says, thank you. Mama Muse says, friending, love. In case no one told you today, you are fabulous. Thank you very much, Mama. Sending love right back to you. All right. Anybody else wanna?
Josh,
I
you
got
ready?
something.
Josh,
I got, mine's interesting. I got the Seven of Wands and the Fool reversed. What that's telling me is that she needs to relinquish control on whatever it is she's battling, because it's keeping her from that new start that she needs.
Oh, I like that.
There was a
Do
Ten
you
of
see that-
Pentacles that popped up, but it didn't feel right, so I put it back.
Oh, that's interesting. You had, okay, so the Seven of Pentacles jumped out, right?
For me,
But it didn't feel right.
Ten
You
of
said-
Pentacles jumped out, but it didn't feel
Oh.
right.
Oh, okay. And did you get a replacement card for it? Or did you
The
pull the
moon.
next? What?
The
It was
moon.
the moon. Yeah.
That's the moon to me is stuck in your head.
Yeah. Same as the Nine of Swords reversed to me.
Yep.
Very cool energy. All right. Ryan, did you chime in yet? You're using Lenny's, are you not?
Yep.
I'm using Lenny's.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let before you start, let me just quick tell everybody who doesn't know what Lenny's are and what Lenny's are. So a few years back, a lady by the name of Rana George, close personal friend of mine, created this amazing, I guess it's an oracle, right, Mary? I guess it qualifies
Yeah,
as an oracle.
but it is a
It's based-
system in its own right, whereas
Yeah,
oracles are not.
Yeah, it's a very, like tarot, it's a very explicit system.
It
And,
originated in the 18th century.
Yeah, and it's very similar to the system that my grandmother taught me when I first started reading cards. And it's based on playing cards, in my opinion, even more so than tarot is. But what I discovered with Lenny's is that they're way more predictive than tarot.
Yes, they
Tarot's
are.
like taking a photograph of what's going on right now. For me, looking at Lenny's, I can tell you this is going to happen. And unless you do something to stop it, you can use Lenny's to change things, but you can watch the cycling of the card, how it's not changing or how effectively it's changing. So it's really good cards for that. Anyway, so those are Lenormand cards, Lenormand, and those of us who use them call them Lennies. There you go. And Ryan is doing these for you, Linda. Go ahead, Ryan. I'm going to get my coffee.
I don't know if it was recent or not, but I think that you made some sort of move or some sort of decision based on something that you didn't fully understand or have all of the information on. And I get the sense that doing something like that is outside of your comfort zone. And that decision to do that because you didn't really understand exactly what was going on or exactly all of the information around doing that is causing you a lot of really small but consistent
Anxiety.
things bugging you and like ugh. But at this point it's not really within your control to do anything about. So the advice that I see in the hidden card being the lilies is to keep doing what you feel is the right thing to do and let whatever it is that you've decided to do run its course, because there's nothing that you can really do to change it drastically right now. It'll take small minor changes to really affect the situation.
It's interesting because Ryan, I got cards that almost say the same thing in my tarot. Okay.
Very cool.
Okay. The middle card is the Eight of Pentacles. Work at it. But just in front of that, the King of Swords is sitting there watching you. And he wants it a certain way. And the end card is basically the Four of Swords. Just take it easy, relax, go into it. And I like the picture of the Four of Swords because it's got a beautiful hawk. This is a hawker, a guy who, how do you call it? Hunts with the use of a bird of prey. And he's there with his bird and he's just going to watch and look. So basically, you don't have much choice. You got to work at it, but watch for your next step.
Very cool. All righty, Linda. Wow. And you wonder why I like to say that when I do my tarot readings, I push people off of cliffs, eh? Wow. All right. Are we good?
Did she say did she happen to mention anything about some sort of move based on something she didn't understand fully?
No, she says thank you very much. I think she's got the gist.
And she doesn't want to communicate whatever it is.
Well, I figure if people want to communicate, they do. So
yeah, I know.
She can easily do.
Yeah. And sometimes it becomes uncomfortable and they don't want to admit things either.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm not saying
it can also be what's really, really cool about, wow, welcome back, Kilala. What's really cool about the tarot is we can say a whole bunch of things to people, have no clue what we've said, but Linda sitting there knows exactly what we're talking about, in spite of us having absolutely zero details. So that is really super cool. That's one of the things I learned when I started doing these cold readings, practicing just taking my cards and reading them like this for people on eclectic tarot. Jesus, over 25 years ago we've been doing this. Mary, did you ever go on eclectic tarot?
Nope.
Aww.
Didn't do that kind of thing for many reasons, but life is what it is.
I've said what you said. She says she feels better now that we have all said what we have said. So thanks again. So that's plenty of context. Linda, you get what you get out of the reading, and we all get to practice our tarot cards. Irene is sending us lovely gifties and paper cranes and hand hearts, and they look so cool. And if you have never been on TikTok, then you have no idea what I'm talking about, but they're really cool. So thank you very much, Irene. I appreciate it. Holly is sitting up on deck. Holly, two things. I'm pretty sure she practices law of attraction. And if you have any context for our friends to focus on. Thank you, Irene. Oh, I got a jumper for her. I have a full card out of my card, which is a big deal because I really don't do jumpers as a practice. And I say that out loud because people on TikTok, I have seen dozens and dozens who just sit there and flip cards fast like this. They shuffle like this. And if and when a card flies out of the deck, that's the card that they're reading. Way too much work for me. I just shuffle until I feel, zoned in.
That's how I read. I read with the jumpers.
Well, I read them when they jump out, but I don't shuffle until they jump out, is what I'm saying. However you feel comfortable, this is your tarot. Yeah. You need to make it all about yourself, right? You can't make the reading from in alignment if you're not 100% yourself, right? So you gotta be in alignment before you even start this. Otherwise, you end up doing what a lot of tarot readers do, and you take on the yuck and the sludge and the muck that you're reading from the people that you're reading from, right?
Or they're projecting and reading themselves for other people.
Or worse, interestingly, thinking that you're projecting so that you can't feel comfortable reading for others, right? So anyway, I got the full jumper here. I'm going to leave that right there for Holly. All right. Oh, she gave me great context, you guys. So I am just going to, with that jumper out of the card, because I know exactly what she's talking about. I've been reading with her long enough. This is about relax your freaking ass. This is the end of it, right? Relax into it. You worrying is how you get the shit you don't want to have happen, right? So if you're relaxed, you are in your truth, you are in your fullness, you are in complete, you are in alignment, then court will go exactly the way it's meant to go, which is like over, it's done, move on, it's behind you, right? This is where we're going to start. So tomorrow's her big court date, and I knew that, but you guys did not know that. But there's your context, guys. So okay. Aside from my jumper saying get in alignment, this is what we're talking about. It's about to end. What do you guys got for anybody?
I got Ace of Wands reversed and Queen of Wands reversed.
Josh,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so with the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands reversed, that's telling me that she's very distracted about what's going on right now. That's also telling me that she's not feeling very confident that things are going to work out, like she's going to manifest failure.
Because she's not in alignment.
Because she's not in alignment, and I'm surprised there was no sword cards, because I'm feeling the energy of worry, like worrying yourself to death.
Yeah. Were they upside down?
They're all reversed. Cards? They're both reversed.
They're both reversed, right? So that to me, that screams to me of worry. The fact that they're reversed.
Yes.
Right. So I don't need swords. I get swords energy automatically the second my card flips upside down. Right. Okay. For me, like a lot of people say, oh, the card's not in its full complete energy, or it's the reverse, or it's whatever. You got to feel the energy of the card. But when a card is flipped right upside down, the reason that it's flipped upside down is because air has some energy has flipped it out of its completion. Another energy. What are the two energies you've got sitting either side of that card? The upside down card.
5 of Cups.
So one's a cup, so it's emotional. What's on the other side?
The wand is the Ace of Wands is the first one, the Queen of Wands is the middle, and the five of Cups is the last one.
Right. So if you take emotion, you add fire, you get smoke. Smoke is air, right? So when you see what's not in the cards, it adds to what's in the reading. Right? You want to add, when you're not only when you're reading the cards, you want to see what's there. You want to see what's not represented.
Okay.
And then the energies will come out for you. All right. And if you guys really want to see what I work with, look up LIBERT on the internet. I'll make sure to I'll put it into a video on TikTok. Liberty. I'm going to type it into the chat right now on the
Love that deck.
right.
Really
And
pretty.
this is for real. This is direct from Tally Croft, reading the energies that he puts into the Crowley Toth deck. And I use those for all of my tarot readings. And so what's really not there has a lot of power that you don't see. So if that makes sense.
I like the imagery of that deck.
The top?
The Liberty. Yeah.
Oh, that's, yeah, okay. But that deck is based, there's a document, it's a Thelemic document that I found many years ago. And it came in this was the little white booklet that I got with my first Crowley Toth deck. So I will send it out. I will put it in as a link in the next Tarot Phenoms newsletter, and you guys will all get it there. If you guys have not joined up for Tarot Phenoms, those of you on TikTok, you will not receive the invitation to the Zoom room. And for those of you who have joined us through Meetup, Mary and I are going to be losing the Meetup because it doesn't seem to be as effective as it is costly. So short of us charging you guys entry to the lunch and learn, we're going to be losing the Meetup. So if you're getting your invitations here via Meetup, you guys sign up to tarotphenoms.com. I'd rather pay for that. That's where most of our folks are coming through, including TikTok, including YouTube. Although that's very few yet. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel.
You got me from the Meetup.
What's that?
Yeah, I know we got you from the Meetup, Ryan. But what we have to see is how else we can be broadcast.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
right.
That's what we're looking at.
It's not an inexpensive program. It's a very expensive
Oh,
program.
yeah, I've looked into starting my own, and no.
Right.
No,
Well,
that's what I mean, and the same thing. So we have to find a much more viable way of doing this kind of thing.
Well, right now I'm using Cyber Impact, which is free until we get 50 members signed up on Cyber Impact. And frankly, I can write my newsletter through there. I can actually see who's opened it. I can do actual analytics on it, et cetera, and it's way cheaper. So why duplicate the event, right? And Facebook is free, and Twitter is free, and that all, and TikTok is also free in spite of TikTok being persnickety. Right. Anyway, all right. Holly says, we're back to Holly. Sorry, guys. Okay. I sat out in the grass during the sunrise this morning, grounding and meditation. Okay. Oh, yes. And I got the Fool for the thing. If anybody else want to do something? I went off on a tangent there. But yeah.
Okay. Who are we reading for?
Holly. She's all in her head. I was showing how the air not visible in the cards is visible because the cards were reversed. Go ahead, Mary.
I was going to show you the Hanged Man that's with this deck. The Hanged Man is fascinating in here because it is a pearl diver.
Yeah.
So if you look at the opposite way of looking at things, which is the main, that's the focus of the card, you will find the pearl at the bottom of the emotional soup you're in.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Relax into it.
But the point is, you have to dive in. The point is, you have to see things differently.
Yeah, if you want
And-
the pearl, you gotta go.
And
Yeah. Oh, it's
the
gorgeous.
Ace of Swords is saying that's where it starts. You got to
Yeah.
change your headspace.
Change your
And if you
headspace.
do, you also have to decide through your emotions that you're going to do it.
What card is that?
That's this. That's the Two of Chalice.
Okay.
Two of Cups. Very cool.
And the hidden
Choose,
card,
right?
yeah, and the hidden
Emotional.
card is the Priestess. You
Oh.
know, you just have to dive in
Right.
to a different
Okay.
way.
Right. Okay. So let me pull that out, because here's the law of attraction in those cards. Here's the law of attraction practice in your cards, Mary.
Yeah.
You have to, when you did, she did the meditation, she did the grounding this morning. Okay. Once you get into meditation, it's not just there. You don't just stop there. You have to do what, what's her name? Abraham Hicks calls the rampage. You have to, pump yourself up. You get the energy on fire, become, not only are you just in alignment, you are into anticipatory planning of how your future is gonna go. It's a complete visualization process. You're going to see yourself sitting in the court. You're going to see yourself delivering the truth. You're going to see the judge wisely deciding exactly what should be wisely decided, and then it will be over, and you will be able to move forward without ever thinking about this again. And then you, staying in your alignment, you walk away from the process and you never think about it again. And if you do, you got to do that whole process over again, because you just reset the stupid clock by worrying about what is going to happen. So go do it in your head, make it done, sleep like a baby tonight, go do your court tomorrow, and then come back but stay in that. Choose how you want to feel. Choose how you want to feel, because you can't do anything about what you're going to do or think about court until it happens, right? You can't answer a question he's not going to ask. So you get into this. You have got this. You have been practicing this long enough. Two of Cups. Choose how you're going to feel, neutral and anticipatory of the fact that the judge is going to rule wisely and competently, and that's where you leave it, right there. And anything more than that is emotional. Ace of Swords. Stay the hell out of your head, right? That's how but the practice begins. That emotional alignment, that is key, absolutely key. And yes, everybody in the chat, this is what I love about TikTok, is telling Holly, walk in there with your head high. You got this. Good luck. Yeah.
Ryan, bring us down to
Ryan,
earth.
what do you got for us?
First of all, two things. You are not weak and you are not ignorant. So stop punishing yourself by telling yourself all of these lies. If you're able to do that, then you open up your ability to be able to serve yourself and be the strategist that you know that you can be, and that we all know that you can be tomorrow in court. Because no matter what happens, this is going to be put to rest. To get how I got there is I've got the whip, child, scythe, key, fox. The scythe in the middle tells me two things. Number one, stop it. and number two, harvest the good crops that you've been growing in your own head for a long time, that are there, that just need a little bit of extra work.
A little tweaking. Yeah.
So with the whip and the child, that tells me that you keep repeating the same pattern of punishing yourself by telling yourself you're weak and ignorant and worthless. And that's just not true. That's just not true. After the scythe, you need to harvest that key for the fox by knowing that you have the ability to open the door to your own cunning in this, and that you have the tools necessary to serve yourself well in this situation.
She says, yes, I
Hidden-
do. She gets
my
it. I mean,
hidden-
cards are
My
screaming.
hidden card is my hidden card in all
Oh,
of this
sorry.
is my hidden card in all of this is the coffin, which tells me the overall situation. Like, this is coming to an end, you know,
It's finished.
stick a fork in it, you're done. Just
Oh,
just finish it up.
it's pretty
finished.
much a done. Yeah. I'm seeing, because my cards scream of a done deal too, right? And with the Fool jumping out, what did you have that showed the ending that over it's done there, Mary? I got the Ace of Swords.
I have basically my last card is choose, the Two of Chalice.
Right.
Okay. And the card that was saying how to choose is the Priestess, which tells me you know how to choose. Just follow your intuition.
Get into alignment, relax, and also, and at the end of whatever, right? It's the allowance for the judge to come in there and do the thing he's going to do, or she, as the case may be, and accept that the result, whatever it is going to be exactly what it is. Now she's getting relief. All right. Oh, this is fantastic. We got her crying here, guys. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Oh, you know,
I kind of feel like that. I kind of feel like the key and the fox together, when you combine the meanings of those two, that very much is the Priestess.
Yep.
It's kind of the same thing.
I just got a jumper, the Nine of Pentacles.
Right? And see, all these cards are screaming, Holly, they totally scream of how great you are doing at working your law of attraction and really practicing your alignment is working. If you are not doing the clock setting that I teach you guys to do to practice being in alignment, do it, because it is everything. If you can live in alignment all day, every day, even the stuff that goes wrong is good stuff, right? Stuff going wrong is the universe making stuff for more, making room for more stuff to go right, right? It's the crazy, bizarre reality of that. All right. Oh, and Triva has just had doing it on the hour. Excellent, Holly. Keep doing it because these cards here scream. All of our cards scream of you doing really, really well. Right? Just stay out of your head.
Well, just stop lying. Just stop lying to yourself.
That you like the
Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups, and Queen of Cups, and King of Wands. That's Jessica. What do you say about that, Jessica?
Stop closing yourself off and actually open Pandora's box, so to speak, and you'll be fine.
No, speak the truth, right? Don't be afraid of the truth. He who is afraid of the truth carries secrets, right? The truth there, my Fool card, the truth shall set you free. There's my jumper. Right? Who else? Who do you see anything else in there? Does anybody see a success or a loss, or is the law of attraction mentality sufficient?
All I saw was done. All I saw was
it's done.
It's done. Don't think twice. Don't add muddy the water or anything else. Just go.
Yeah, it's over. It's done. New journey tomorrow.
Josh?
Well, there's a waiting period between tomorrow and the judge decision typically, but as of tomorrow, it's done on everybody's cards. Who did we miss?
Josh?
I have one more card that I just pulled, which is the Nine of Cups on the outcome, so to speak.
Yep.
That's the witch card in my mind, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's to me, that's law of attraction. Like it's not determined that what's going to happen, because only you can affect what's going to happen.
I think this is important to mention for readings like this when it comes to like law, finance, health, Any
The
of these
ethics of
things.
it, yeah.
Personally, I won't pull cards on outcomes for court cases or for health status or anything like that. I won't do that because I'm not qualified to know the legal system well enough to give an answer like that. And I don't think that's what the cards should be used for. Only how your attitude or your
That's
thoughts
right.
on a certain situation are affected by something. So I don't
This is
use the
why my
cards.
last card
I don't
was
use the cards
choice.
for out. Yeah, I don't use the cards to determine outcome or to determine, health situations or anything else. I'm simply not qualified to do so.
Besides, somebody can come back at you and cause a lawsuit
Do you?
because you said,
Yeah.
and
Well-
we've seen those kinds of cases as well in quite a few court cases in the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah,
Where
no,
they've action.
hold on a second, Mary. Let's dig a little deeper into those court cases that we've seen over the last couple of years. I know of two specific ones, both within 5 hours drive of me here in Canada. Both of them were women who were sitting down, reading their cards, deliberately scamming people. Okay?
No, I get the scammers,
We're
but
not
also
people. Here, the greatest defense. I don't know how this works in the United States, is a different law system. But here in Canada, if I sit down here and I read, what the hell card is this? And I read this devil card as I understand it, dude, and I'm going to tell you what I see in the cards. If you go out tomorrow on a basis of my telling you to take back control of your life and you rob a freaking bank, I didn't tell you to rob a bank. I told you to take control of your life. See the difference? Guys, record your sessions, right?
Yeah.
What you tell somebody and what they hear are two completely different things. I learned that 40 years ago. Okay.
That's a good
I'm going to
idea.
tell somebody you can lead a horse to water. You cannot tell them to drink. Anybody who thinks that I am telling them, go murder your husband because I read their cards and said, holy crap, you got to be a man killer here.
Careful with that wording on TikTok. Careful with the M word on TikTok. You'll get live banned.
Bring it on. Seriously, I'm like right up to here with TikTok. TikTok can't handle a normal word. It can jump off. I've got this set up in such a way that somebody wants to ban me, want to set me off. I will spend the money to set it up so that this is run on my own server, because at a certain point, if I have to charge everybody $10 a class to run this, unfortunately, I will. And I don't want to get there. I'd like to keep it, but I'm not doing this for TikTok. And if I go through life worried about what TikTok is going to do, then I best not do this via TikTok. And frankly, people need this way more than they know. All right. Christina, our crazy love triangle novel. Yeah. Christina, who is still here. 111. They got angels in the room. She says, hey. Holly says, thanks you all.
You're welcome.
You're
Bless
welcome,
you.
Holly. You're gonna be just fine. Just get into alignment, be all that, and relax. All right. Christina and her crazy love affair. Tell me something good. Phoebe, you're next. Then Teresa, Kaylala, and then Tara. There you go. So here we're gonna do Christina.
Oh,
I got a jumper. Gotta love jumpers. I'm backing out of this one, baby. Stay out of your freaking head. I got a 9 of swords reversed. Take your focus off what might go wrong and put your focus on what's going right, because you got to get out of this, right? You need to stop thinking about what might go wrong, because what might go wrong is you looking at it and going, oh, that would be wrong. No. If you open up your space and allow whatever goes wrong to be okay, because everything really is okay, then you have space for it to go right. But get your focus. This is a moon card. Put your focus on the good stuff. There you go. My moon, my 9 reverse jumped out of the deck. So anybody? Josh, you look almost ready.
I'm ready. I have to ask what the hell is going on though, based on the cards I got.
Yeah. All right. So Christina has a girlfriend who, and the two of them desperately want to be together, except girlfriend is married to a exceptionally, sickeningly, stupidly wealthy man.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's a trap in the lover between the how much she needs to have the money in her existence and how much she wants to have Christina in her existence. And does that explain the insanity of your crazy cards?
Let's see. Ace of Cups, Temperance, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords.
Oh,
I think that explains it.
So what do you see? What are you telling dear Christina to help settle her? Tell her something good. Tell her something useful if you can't tell her something good.
Well, the Ace of Cups is screaming at me to get your ass in alignment.
Oh,
Temperance,
I like that.
Temperance is also kind of screaming the same thing. The 2 queens, I learned anyway, that if you get 2 queens in a reading, it could mean gossiping.
Ooh, gossiping. Where's the gossip coming from, Christine? Have you two been talking? No. She wants the 2 of them to be returning. Are either of the queens upside down, Josh?
No, they're all upright.
Okay, the queens are all upright. Ooh, that's actually positive, right? The 2 queens. Which 2 queens were they again, please?
Pentacles and Swords.
Pentacles. So one is grounded and one is air, right? So they're on opposite sides of the spectrum. Feel that?
Could that be women or female figures in different places in their life, so to speak? Like in what they want?
Yeah, one wants money and the other wants...
Yeah.
What does the other one want? The other one wants what the other one wants.
Let's see. Well, with the Queen of Swords, she wants...
What she knows.
Yeah. And she wants to be in control of... I see the Queen of Swords as like the Emperor. She wants to be in control of herself and what's going on around her.
Yeah, but she wants to dictate the outcome of this situation, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And the cards before that are just saying that in order for you to do that, you have to exercise balance, picking the middle path, and not getting too overwhelmed by everything going on. And most importantly, make a choice.
Right? If you're not willing to wait, if you're not willing to hold on to it, take the truth, right? What are you changing? If you can't change the situation, change the way you feel about it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the energy? Yeah.
Another one I pulled is the Ace of Wands upright. I just pulled that one.
Right? I have been. This is her for sure. This is her. So she's peon. Ace of Wands. Decide what you want. Are you going to sit here and wait for this woman to decide that she wants you instead of the money? Are you going to wait for the old fart to die so that she comes with the money? Either way, you're waiting, right? Is that the energy, Josh? Is that what your cards are saying at her?
They're saying that, and they're also saying, like, if you don't make a choice, one will be made for you, and you may not like the outcome.
Well, are you getting that negative energy? Is it? I agree with the concept of, and you may not like the outcome. Are you seeing that energy? Or we know this is the fact. If you don't make the decision will happen. Are you seeing, and you may not like the outcome, or is that just coming out of your head as a, and do you see what I'm asking?
That's just kind of not so much intuitive as more of like a common sense thing. If you don't make a choice, the universe is going to make one for you that you may not like.
Right. Okay. So the law of attraction says whatever the outcome is, you have to learn to live with it and to love with it in spite of it. So it's
Yes.
the idea is to focus in the law of attraction. You want to be focused on a positive emotion. So it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. You have to focus on whatever happened, find the what you like about it in spite of, right? So it's either anyway, going on.
Mary, do you have
Jessica?
anything?
I was
Oh.
going to go to Jessica next. It's
Go,
okay.
Jack.
Well, I have the Three of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Ace of Cups.
Lots of aces.
Yeah.
Wow, aces.
Well, with my Three of Wands, I think it's either the husband that can see what's going on, or she's trying, or one of them seeing, like, how do I play this through? And it's going to be a very long emotional journey, and it's going to take a long time, but eventually you'll get there.
Yeah, I'm getting similar energies. Wow.
And just to
Yeah,
finish,
the other reader picked up, she is coming back, but how long, right? My concern of what everybody's reading here, Christina, is that she's coming back. Yes, absolutely, she is coming back. There's no doubt in my mind that she is coming back. My question is, especially with this jumper that I got, this being the Nine of Swords here, jumping out here, is that one guy said soon. My question is, at which point are you going to live your life in spite of the fact that she is coming back, in spite of the fact that I have nothing in my cards ever that suggests it's going to happen today, tomorrow, or right here, right now? I have my cards telling you repeatedly to get out of your head and stop focusing on this and live your life in spite of this, right? Exactly. And she says, I'm living it, doing me, right? So this is, my cards are reiterating, live your life, do you. If she comes back, she's yours. If she doesn't, she never was. But my cards say that she's yours. Right? It's a matter of time, but she'll come back to you when she comes back to you. Here's the fun part. Because I don't believe in death, and I do believe that we are all each other's twin flames, because there's really only one of us, that somebody's physical death completes that circle. You see that? So are you going to spend the whole rest of your life waiting for that circle to become complete? Because it will be created. It could be within the next 3 minutes, and it could be within the next I've got it. I do not have it immediately in my cards. If it's going to happen though, right? Do you live your life doing nothing but waiting for it to happen, or do you live your life and stop thinking about it until it happens? And I'm leaning on the latter. So, and Josh is nodding his head in the chat.
One person is not worth putting your life on hold.
Right?
Ryan, let's get
Yes,
some practical.
And she says, so here's, Christina's been working the law of attraction on her end too. She says she's also been working on me, and she says, what is meant for me will find me.
That's right.
There we go.
There you go. So
Ryan.
How much time we got?
what time we
Half an hour,
God.
40 minutes.
we've got about 40 minutes left, although we do have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 people still on the list, so we might have to rush the readings towards the end. But so far we still have time.
I pulled, so with this being such a complicated situation, I pulled a 9-card box for it.
Wow. Okay.
And nothing about this tells me anything more than or tells me anything outside of whether you or this other woman like it or not. This dude's gonna find out on his own. Because the first card that I got in the top row is Rider Ring Fish, which tells me that this is the rich guy she's married to. The middle section is woman, garden, house, which tells me that you are conflicted between what you have to share and what you really actually want personally. And on the bottom foundation of this is the anchor lily sun, which tells me that you were perfectly fine beforehand, and then some new sensual sort of like hardcore love just kind of exploded in your face, right?
Yep.
And the energy moving from that rider in the top left corner to the sun in the bottom right corner, you're not going to be able to keep this a secret for very long. This guy's gonna find out. It might take a little while for that to happen, but everything about this is.
Sorry, Ryan, what's your middle card? I think he knows.
Garden. The garden.
Garden.
Which is everything public, everything social, shared together things. But my hidden card that I pulled was the clover, which tells me two things. It tells me one, take your small opportunities to share this with this person, but also don't take the whole thing too seriously.
Flash in the pan kind of energy?
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda.
Basically, this is coming from a situation of you were stable before, and then some new thing happened and came into your life, and now this commitment, this this promise or something cycle became known to you, and you're struggling to. You don't like the idea of sharing.
Yes, that's right. This person. That's it. See, that's the one that I keep getting. It's the sharing that I keep getting.
You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to share. So this is moving into a place where eventually your deepest personal desires, whether you like it or not, and as far as the situation goes, you have a lot of them. You have a lot of personal desires when it comes to this. That's going to burst wide open, and all of it's going to be known to everybody in this situation. Whether he knows that the attraction's there or not is kind of irrelevant to this. Everything about this is telling me that he doesn't know everything, but he's going to.
What did you pull, Jessica?
I got the 4 of Pentacles. I kind of pulled this.
Right.
Yeah, it's upright. I pulled this blindly, and I just got be aware of what you think you've got. Be aware of what you actually got, and be aware of what you've actually got ground to stand on. And I know that's not going to be a very popular opinion.
Yeah, so the two of them being together, everybody knew that they were together, including him. So there's no secret there.
Yeah.
So are you seeing an actual secret there, Ryan?
I wouldn't say a secret, but I don't see a secret. I see this guy not having the full picture of what the actual feelings are between these two people. That he's got the wrong, he might have the wrong idea about it, simply because I see together garden, lilies, and house. Garden is right in the middle, house is to the right, lilies is below it. That's fully telling me that there's more to the story that he doesn't know. Because the house comes after the garden. So he has this idea of what it is, but there's still more to it.
But you don't have a book in there.
That's why to me the book is more actual secrets, and this to me feels more like a misunderstanding. Which garden house to me house to me screams that conflict of what is known and actually shared and what's personally held deep.
Well, yeah. Well,
The people in the
what
garden
person
don't know what's going on in the house.
Okay, so she got hurt and went back and went to him because he was capable of taking care of her financially. Is that my understanding, Christina? I'll get a yes out of her for you. And then we'll go back, we can go back to Jessica, who started with her single crazy Four of Pentacles. Just waiting on Christina here.
Just for fun, while we're waiting, I pulled originally a 2 of Cups, decisions, an
Yeah.
Ace of Pentacles, money, and
Yep.
a 7 of Wands, which is also another decision.
Right.
But
Right.
the
Except
one is
why are all of our cards focused on the girlfriend's decision?
I don't think it's just a girlfriend. I think all people have to make a decision. From Ryan's thing, what
mine are very focused on mine are a lot more focused on the husband.
Yeah. Whereas mine is everybody. Basically, everybody's got to make a choice. And the choice that's going to be made will probably have to deal with money. But the hidden card is a 5 of Wands. So I've got the 5 and the 7 of Wands.
Yes. Chaos
Okay.
and chaos on chaos. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. And no one knows which way they're standing.
Oh, you just sent me into your pendulum theory, Mary. Our darling Christina is stuck in a pendulum swing.
That's right.
I just pulled my cards, which I wasn't going to do, but what Josh just said triggered me. I got death reversed, right? So the change is what has Christina in her head. Christina, you're in the head because you don't like the way that this has changed. This card, the death card, is so cool in this deck because, as you can see, it's the goddess. Can I show this to you guys here? It's the goddess Kali. Okay. And you see, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Hindu goddess Kali, but she dances on the end of a scythe, right? And the scythe in all cultural characteristic is always short, cutting, swift. It's about harvesting stuff, right? And Kali dances on this scythe, and around her neck are the skulls of all of her husbands who went before. Okay, so it's almost like Christina is hanging around the decision of a woman who has a husband hanging around her neck. Do you see that? And then I got the devil card. And this is, I mean, right? It's all about the money. It's all about the control situation. But this card is also very much about giving up control and getting comfortable in a situation that maybe you do not wish to be comfortable in, but it's all about, this is a control card, right? And we already know what happened to the girlfriend's control. The money took over because she couldn't afford whatever. The 7 of Wands says to me that she was challenged and couldn't handle the challenge, and so took the easy way out, right? And you're confused with what happened to you. It ended in hours. I'm not confused. These cards tell me right here that the sudden, swift change, the accident, because it was a car accident, caused her to be in a position where she had to give up her control in order to, in exchange for comfort. And so there's a give and take involved with this card that is very, very balanced. She was willing to give up what it was that she had in order to get what she needed. Okay, but this card being upside down suggests that you believe that as soon as she is finished with the requirement for this comfort, she's coming right back to you. And I'm suggesting still at this point, either you get into a three-way with these people, or you choose to walk on and create a new pathway for yourselves. And these are the same cards I keep getting up to. So other than that, just walk on, and when she comes, she'll come, right? If you love something, set her free. If she comes back, she's yours. If she doesn't, she never was. But this is, give up your idea of how it needs to go and let it go the way it's gonna go. Yeah, yeah. Other readers say it's a twin flame. Well, we're all twin flames, right? There's only one of us. How can we be anything but each other, right? That's why when we get emotionally connected to somebody, we get so emotionally connected, because they're you. They're you looking back at you, right? So you need to be comfortable with the fact that the two of you can be you in your separate flames, and that challenge is to 100% be yourself in spite of whatever that other flame wants to.
That's probably why the Clover showed up as the hidden card, is to not take the situation too seriously.
That's right.
And to, you know, take those small little opportunities to make it work however it can work.
Yep.
No, haven't twin flames, Poe. I'm sorry. What? I'm not sure I understand what that means. NHL would never break up. So her concern is breaking up the woman from her husband, in spite of the fact that she knows they're meant to be together, and everybody keeps telling them that they're twin flames and meant to be together. And I don't see this control thing.
Ultimately it's not up to you.
That's right.
In the cards,
Yeah.
in this case, I don't think it's gonna be up to either you or the other woman. I think it's gonna be entirely up to the husband.
Okay, I got one for you. So Christine says, I just want truth. So my question to you guys, or who's lying to who here? Is Christina lying to herself? Is the girlfriend lying to Christina? Is anybody lying to anybody? In case anybody's wondering what I'm doing, I scratched. When I go camping, like I've done for the last month, my face breaks out. So I've scratched myself bleeding. Go ahead. Sorry. Anybody see any lies?
No lies, again, just misunderstanding of what I think is shared or known between them and what actually is the case.
Jessica?
Yeah, I asked and said if any lies were said in this triangle, and I got a no.
No.
There you
Everybody is seeing it from their own perspective and
Yeah.
are in their heads.
Yeah.
And therefore
So-
cannot see what's going on. They're making up stories because the moon always reflects what you see. It doesn't matter what card you're getting. You are basically seeing life a certain way. Your version of reality is not his version of reality, is not her other version of reality. Reality is what you make it.
Yeah, everyone, like, it's exactly what these are saying, is everyone is seeing what they want to see and not what actually
Yeah.
is.
And there's where the confusion is.
Yeah,
Because the realities are not matching.
okay, so yeah, I think it is, and I think the key here is because the woman is telling Christina and her husband two completely different things. Is that possible, you guys?
Of course,
Or
it's possible.
is it she's just wait, or is it more the energy of it's not that she's telling them two different things, it's that she's not telling either of them anything.
No matter what who's telling who, my spread is fully telling me that all of it is going to be known.
That's right.
It's heading in the direction of, it doesn't really matter who's telling who what right now at all. Eventually the truth is going to come out, and
In one respect,
Sometimes the truth can burn you, but I think
I would say
everything will
everybody's
be
in an
known.
everybody's in an Eight of Swords idea where they're all stuck in their heads as to what they want, what they think they want, and they're not, like nothing is real. That's what I see.
Yeah, right. So using the law of attraction for me and what you guys have all done said, I'm looking at these cards. It's very easy for me to say, Christina, get into alignment with yourself and allow whatever is going to happen, but walk away from all of it. Think no more about it and go chase another butterfly. Put your focus on, here we are with the focus card again. Who had fours? I didn't have fours.
Jessica.
But who had fours?
Jessica.
I had the Four of Pentacles.
Right? Four of Pentacles, about really locking on to focus. Yeah, I know you want her back. What I want you to do is get into alignment, make that focus. See yourself with her, with you, the two of you, going on like that, and then walk away from it and think no more of it, because you have to live your life until that comes into reality. Allowing the magic to happen is the big part of the law of attraction. And the second that you pull it back and begin worrying that it's not going to happen again, you've completely reset the clock, and you have to go in and do that all over again. And if you have to do it all over again every day for the rest of your days until he dies, or until one of the two of you die, then you will have spent your entire life focused on her and not on living your life. You need to put it there, park it, and then live your life. But you need to stay in alignment in living your life. And the second you go back into your head,
I'm gonna have to cut out early. My daughter's waking up earlier than she should. Her naps have been crappy today.
That kind of weather.
Yeah. She's in I want to be awake whether you like it or not, Dad.
There you go. Well, much love to you and the little teeny bundle. Enjoy her.
For everybody that I read for, if they're still there, I hope that I helped in some small way.
Oh, I hope so. All right.
Good day to you, Ryan.
Take care, everybody.
Be well.
Yep.
Ryan. She's prayers and getting back into flow of life again. Fantastic.
I would also say one thing, devil's advocate. You cannot choose another person's way of doing things. They have free will.
Yeah.
And therefore, it has to be about you specifically, not about the other. If there is, quote, a twin flame coming, it probably is another twin flame, because twin flames happen when you need a particular experience.
That's exactly. So that's where the allowance, what these other readers are seeing in her cards, is the taking her focus off of the ex-lover that she wants and putting the focus on the energy that represents, and allowing the universe
to
put that energy in there, Christina. This breaks, this snaps, and you get it's
something even better.
Someone even better, right?
That's right.
Feel that?
That's the whole point, because she's focusing on something that she doesn't have now. And the more she focuses on what she doesn't have, will never happen. Law of attraction.
Yeah, they get that. Good luck with that, Christina. All right. Let's see if we can. Is Treva still here? It was a big experience, she says. Trust me. No.
Get it.
Christina, why do you think we love reading this story for you? It is, not everybody gets such a huge story in their life. Well, I do, but then, we manifest the craziness that is my existence. So, oh boy. Yeah. And it will find you. Yeah, you have to relax into it and allow it, and it will absolutely find you.
When you're not looking for it, it'll appear.
That's right. When you're
Hence the clover.
likely expect it. You got it. That's Murphy's Law still comes in there. And you'll be pleased to know that Treva is still with us, you guys. So I'm not
Does Treva have something?
Yeah, well, if you don't remember Treva's story, Treva was having issues with her mom and living in her home, and it had all become too much for her, and the cards had suggested that she get into alignment and find the medical help and care and legal supports that they needed and whatnot. So mom went into care, and that's been taken care of. And now, as of within the last 24 hours, Treva has gone into care and is now in the care of a doctor as well. And the house was sold. So this is unfortunate, but it leaves space for something new and bigger and more comfortable for you to come in, right?
Mhm.
So anything else to throw in here, Treva, before we all pull cards for you?
Is there a specific question?
Is there yeah, or if you got a specific question, honey.
Just because to me that's a lot of energy to kind of pick from what we need to focus on.
She's lost. So she's obviously looking for direction, comfort, something to focus.
Next step.
Next step. Oh.
She wants to know if her truth's going to be heard. There you go. That's her question.
Her truth is going to be heard.
That's a yes or no.
Yeah, that's a yes or no.
I don't.
So, well, what
I
are
don't
the,
do
what
yes
are
or
the
no.
energies? What does she need to do? What needs to
Yeah,
happen
the next
for her
step.
to be heard? What does she need to do for her truths to be heard? How's that? Do you like that, Josh?
Yeah, I like that better. Because for
We seem
me,
to have
yes
lost
or
Jessica.
no.
Is Jessica's still showing in the TikTok though? We seem to have lost her here.
No, I see her.
Oh,
I
you still
see
here?
her.
She's
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I'm still here, yes.
Just for
Yeah.
fun, I'll start.
Okay, go for it.
I got the Queen of Pentacles,
That's nice and solid.
Knave of Pentacles.
That's the knight, right?
No, the Knave is
That's
younger
the
than that.
page. That's the
It's a
page.
page.
That's her son. That's the one that put her into care. Yeah.
Okay. The Knight of Swords.
And the Knight of Swords.
They're all people cards.
They're all people cards.
So the next step is to deal with the humans involved. Okay.
Are there two sons involved here? I want to know who the second knight is.
The Knight of Swords and the Knave of Pentacles.
So
there's somebody who's looking at the, how do you call it, the resources, not just money, and there's somebody who's in their head. The Knight of Swords is running and moving and doing interesting things. But the background card, the card that's around that, is the Three of Wands. And in this case, it is a fighter.
she wants to know if she should phone the police.
Why?
That's a good question. Why? Why do you think the police should be involved, Trigo? Because she thinks, I believe she thinks that money's being taken from her in the process of her and her mother being put into care and the house being sold out from underneath them. Is that correct, Triva?
Who did the selling?
No, hang on. All right. No, that's not, I've got it mixed up. What do you want to have happen, Triva? Let's go there. Dun, 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 dun. This is the unfortunate part of doing a reading for somebody who types. Some people type like this, and some people type like this.
TikTok also eats comments too.
What's that?
TikTok also eats comments too.
TikTok eats the comments.
Eats comments,
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
Well, the fact that my cards have 2 pentacles out.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
What I can see is that there's a woman and a kid, whatever you want to call the age of the kid. But there is a Knight of Swords as well.
Oh, it's her brother. Well, okay, so she says into the chat, her nudity is exposed and her brother's family just won't leave me alone.
there is a Three of Wands, and like I said, the Three of Wands is a fighter, how do you call it, a swordsman, someone who actually knows what he is doing and is moving forward. So that suggests that that's the energy she should be using in this case.
Yeah, that's the, okay, so there's two people involved. That's her brother and the kid.
No,
And the
they're
girlfriend. No, no. Hold
those
on,
are
hold
the
on.
two. Those are the two knights, or
And
the knave and the knight.
the woman is the girlfriend. Whose girlfriend? Okay, so you've got a Two of Pentacles there, Mary.
No, I don't.
What did you have? What was the deuce?
Queen of Pentacles.
Oh,
The
Queen.
the Knave of Pentacles. So it's two people working with resources of some kind.
Okay.
And a younger and a more mature woman. And the Knight of Swords.
Which is about going after
somebody. I mean, an old, I call them the teenager, the MBA graduate, right? So that kind of thing. But the card that is hiding, or the card that is suggested by the universe, call it what you want, is the Three of Wands. And in this case, the picture is basically, I would say, almost a Mongol fighter with his sword up in the air, ready to attack, ready to kill.
Right. So, okay. So Treva says that her brother doesn't know what's actually going on. He's a drunk, and her brother's girlfriend is manipulating all of this situation. Right. So again, my card, I want to know, what do you want to have happen, Treva?
Okay. Jessica, do you have input?
Well, unlike you guys that can't really answer a yes or no question, I can. And her troops will be heard. They will be heard. It may take a while, and it may take some persisting.
Okay.
But it will take a while. As for the cards, I've got the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the 2 of Wands.
Okay, lots of wands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is like the hidden card was saying more or less the same thing. The Three of Wands says, go for it.
Yeah. And this says to me, Treva asked, do I call the cops? And I'm like, I'd be getting a restraining order at this point. They will all leave you alone. You'll get the help and healing that you need, right? Which is what she just asked me for. She wants it all to stop, right? A restraining order will do that. Yeah. So in answer, there you go. Josh, answer that question. Should Treva call the cops?
Josh?
Well, I've been looking at these cards for the last 5 minutes trying to discern what they actually mean, because I'm at a loss with what I pulled.
Oh, so let's go for it.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Well, first of all, the hidden card in the middle is the 7 of Pentacles, which is, to me, that's keep going. You're almost there. You're almost the seeds have been planted. They're almost ready to harvest. That's how I see that card.
Yeah, me too.
But the other cards I have are kind of odd. I have Knight of Pentacles reversed. I have the Knight of Swords reversed, and the Ten of Cups reversed.
Yes, because Treva thinks that they want her mother's money.
Because the question that I asked is, what does Treva need to know about the situation?
You're muted.
Sorry, I forgot. Yes, she should call the cops.
Yeah. I'm getting, I got, I don't know who that is. Hey, Dot, how you doing? Yeah, so I got the Star followed by the Ace of Wands. And I don't know how right Treva might be here, but I don't see, I get the energy of keep speaking the truth until somebody listens.
Oh, you lost. Okay.
You lost me?
You froze for a bit.
Ooh, am I back?
Yes.
Yes, I am, because you're talking, right? So the energy I'm getting here between the Star card, which is what she wants and what she desires, and the Ace of Wands, right, is like put more fire into it. In other words, if what you want is for the truth to be heard, then you got to keep telling the truth until it gets heard. That's the energy I keep getting.
Yep. That's my Three of Wands as well.
Yeah. So, here is why. So Mom finally heard from Treva's brother, and she hasn't in months. And now that she has money, here's the phone ringing. Here's the brother coming after the money. And he is controlled by his girlfriend. Right?
I would ask on legal terms.
Yeah.
Mother's, how is her estate organized? Where is the will?
Yeah, who's taking care of Mom's money, Treva? Mom's not dead. Mom's still alive. She's just gone.
No, I know, but there are executors. There are executors on different levels. There is somebody who can do it while she's still alive, really functioning.
Good news.
And works as her, how do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Her
Cool.
spokesperson.
Here's the good news. All of the estate is all secure, so there's no issue there. So
okay,
this is
then there's no matter
this is
what.
really about the energy between Treva and her brother, right?
Yeah.
All right.
They're going to fight over it. Their brother and sister, and it doesn't matter how they work it out, as long as Treva keeps her cool.
Yeah, I've got this. You got to get into alignment, Treva, and put your focus on. Oh, she says
justice for all.
Yeah, well, you want to protect your brother.
Justice for all.
Yeah, definitely. Justice for all. Mary's getting to. I'm getting you. If you want what you want, then you have to make the action that's going to make that happen. You have to start this action. She blocked you.
Also, that headspace. Let's start with the headspace.
So the girlfriend has blocked Treva from calling her brother. So, okay, so hold on now, before we go advising you to call, I mean, you can get a restraining order to get her out of the way so that you can communicate with your brother. But
there must be other ways to communicate with a human besides the telephone.
Yeah, can you? Well, right now she can't because she's in the hospital, right? So
no, I get that, but there are other ways.
There are other
spokespeople.
So, yeah, but she can also do it spiritually, right? You get into alignment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You sit down and you have this conversation with your sober brother. When in alignment, his soul will hear every word of it. And with some luck, his soul will pull it into himself and it will get there. If you got issues with this woman, then I'd say get a restraining order. But if your mom's money's secure and they don't actually have access to it, then take your focus off of that and put your focus on how you're going to have a relationship with your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not about God at this point. She says she's going to write everyone letters. He believes in God and she does not. My question is, Treva, what are you going? Yeah, writing letters. Ace of Wands is about writing. Writing letters is good. What do you want to tell people in order to get them to leave you alone so that, like,
and letters can be intercepted.
Letters can be intercepted. What I want to know is, right, once you put your focus on him and trust that his faith is going to take care of his soul and his balance, and you can release that to the ether, then you'll find this discomfort that you have right now no longer exists. My question, get out of your mind. She says, my mind is so metal. It's because you're not in alignment. Get in alignment, and then your mind is out of the picture, right? Tell your monkey brain to go sit in a corner. Your monkey brain is knitted in on this. If the money is the insecure and your alignment, you go, why am I worried about this? I'm in alignment and the money is secure. Stop worrying about it, right? Allow your brother the space to be healed and to be taken care of, and for the universe to give that to him. And when anything you want to talk to him about, you want to have a conversation with him, get into alignment and picture himself in front of you and have that conversation with him, because there his soul will come in here. It's the beauty of this law of attraction thing, you guys, is all you have to do is get into alignment and work it all out. I have
Okay.
no idea.
Jessica wants to speak up. Girls, speak up. Open up your mic. Jessica. Mike, your mic is off.
I keep forgetting to turn it back on. Sorry about that.
That's why I'm telling you, speak up.
Yes. I'm not going to try and claim I know from your how you're feeling, but I know from experience, from being under a controller myself, you've got to out control them. I had my mum
Nope.
to kind of say enough's enough, but with you, I think you will have to go with Tina's advice and get a restraining order, because
Yeah,
you
need a third party.
Yeah, controllers, narcissists, you have to outdo them on their own game,
All right.
because they won't take any other answer.
Yeah, I think in this case, I don't know how that works legally, but what you might want to do is find out how, well, I think in yourself, what you have to do is become comfortable with the idea that as long as he is with that woman, that relationship is going to be interrupted by that. So the in alignment and preparing your soul for him to come into himself and refine his own strength so that he doesn't need her for whatever reason he needs her anymore. You pull that space, right? Can you use a restraining order to get a person out of the way for a relationship between two people, or can you only do that spiritually? I don't know. I would talk to either a cop or a lawyer. You have a lawyer working with you on your mom's estate. Talk to them, have that question to them, and they'd know that answer way better than I would. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I don't know how that works.
One of the things that kind of frustrates me in this situation, you mentioned that the brother was often drunk. If that is the case, why? What is he running away
because
from?
he's not in himself.
No, but why is
himself.
he? And part of that spiritual talk to have is to go through the why the brother is out of control of himself.
Exactly. One of them, when I was in Al-Anon, one of the things that was repeated over and over again was to take the focus off of the drunk so that you could live within yourself without the drunk being the control of your existence. And that's exactly the exercise that you are describing, Mary, right? So when you get into that, I need you to picture him, Treva. You need to see your brother not as the drunk that you currently see him as, but in his completeness, in his perfection. And when you can see him like that, in spite of the girlfriend, then you need to see him like that all the time, in spite of the restraining order. And I promise you, when he's no longer under her control, and hopefully that will happen in your lifetime, then he will come back. Right.
The thing is too, that once he himself does not see himself as a drunk,
that's right.
When he sees himself as being able to confront whatever it is, the girlfriend won't like it.
That's right. And he will retake his own personal strength. He's coming up as either a Knight of Swords or a Knight of Pentacles. Either way, he is gonna go after what he wants as soon as he knows what it is that he needs.
That he wants.
That's right. The energy of those two fires. So, right, he is sad missing us. Well, that's what you go. So open that energy up for him. She says, that's what I feel. So you open that energy up for that space for him to find the strength and the self-control and the self-motivation to come back home. Make sense? All right, you guys, I feel horrible having to leave you guys. It is 2:00. I have 3 people still here on my list who are waiting. I'm going to whip through a quick message for them and get out of here as quick as I can, because we're already after 2:03. Do you guys
Yep.
want to stay and practice and talk and chat in here? I can transfer this on to Mary, or I can let it go. Up to you guys.
Well, it's up to you guys. Which do you want to do?
I have to get going.
Okay, Mr. Black Cat.
Are you staying live, Jeff?
I've got to go too because it's like 7:00 here, and so I've got to go.
Evening.
I
Do have a
so
great
thank-
evening then. Thank you,
Have a great
everybody.
evening, you guys. We are back here next Wednesday at 3. Great
At
news.
3?
We're gonna be at noon. Why did I say 3? Don't listen to me. I'm brain dead. Noon.
Because
next
you were
week.
thinking
Yeah,
of
1 week
tomorrow.
from- Yeah, probably. You guys, if you have not signed up to the Tarot Phenoms list, sign up, tarotphenoms.com. There's a link right there. It says join the mailing list. Join the mailing list. I'll be very, very happy when it costs me money, because that means we have more than 50 members in the group. I don't know how I'm sending out newsletters to 50 people and only a half dozen are showing up. But there you go. Over time, this will come together. So I have to
One
block
step at a
somebody, I
time,
think, maybe
girl.
on YouTube. People are funny. People have nothing better to do than put negative energy out into the world. So yeah, most
Okay.
bizarre. You guys have a great week. We will see you guys.
You
Mary,
too.
I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, well, you will see me tomorrow. You may not see you won't see my products, but you'll see me. So all of y'all have a great day. Much love to
You
you.
too.
Take it easy,
I will
everybody.
talk to you in
Thanks
2
for
seconds.
coming. You too.